what is an ego death? We have all been raised to believe that we are our body, our name, our character that we've played our entire life. That is our ego. That is the persona we have been creating our entire life. An ego death is what Jesus Christ gave us an example of on the cross. What we are called to do is die to our ego and be born again in Christ consciousness. What is consciousness? Consciousness is awareness, pure awareness, without any judgment, without any shame, without any guilt, without any labels, pure awareness. We are all consciousness at our core. Consciousness is the awareness that notices thoughts in our head. We are not our thoughts. Thoughts pop in, drop in, but we are not our thoughts. We are the awareness noticing the thoughts. In order to separate from the thoughts, you can sit with yourself without distraction in the quiet and focus on your breath and notice the thoughts come through your mind. You are not your thoughts. So I am consciousness, you are consciousness, the trees are consciousness, the animals are consciousness. Everything in our reality is consciousness. God, Creator, universe, source, is consciousness. We are all a part of source. That's why God, Jesus, says in the Bible that we are all one. We are all one with God in consciousness. We came here to have a human experience, and some of us are meant to wake up from that human experience and have a new experience, like me. And if you're watching this video, it might be you too. You can awake from the dream. You can awaken from the systems and the programs that have been downloaded to your system your entire life. And you can create new programs. But you need to let your old self die, your ego. You die to the ego. So what is the ego? The ego is the brain and the logical mind. Okay? You've been taught to make decisions from logic and reason your entire life. We've been taught history. We've been taught economy. We've been taught about the political parties. We've been taught about all these things outside of us, okay? And we've been taught about money. And we've been taught about how there isn't enough money and we got to pinch our pennies and we got to be real careful with money, okay? So we've been taught all these things, all these programs, and we make decisions from the mind. We think really hard, we research, and we make our conscious decisions from our mind, okay? And the interesting thing is that most of the ways that we've been functioning in our mind have been in the lower brain states for the majority of our life, which is the survival state or the brainstem, and the emotional state, the limbic system. And both of these are unconscious states. What does that mean? They are pre-programmed responses that you just do. Okay? So something happens, you hit your finger with a hammer, and the pre-programmed response just happens. You get mad, you blow up, you yell and scream, whatever that is. Okay? But once you become conscious, you create a space, a tiny space between stimulus and response. So when that trigger comes, you get hit by the hammer on your finger, and rather than screaming and yelling and going with this response that you've always had, you take some deep breaths and you create a tiny pause where now you can respond rather than react. So you're reacting in this system, and in this system you're responding. You're in the prefrontal cortex, the higher center of your brain, where you can make conscious decisions. When you are in Christ consciousness, you are simply the awareness. You are simply the conscious awareness, letting life flow through you. You relax. You let life happen. Life is just happening. Maybe there's traffic today. You just let it happen. You don't fight it. You don't get upset. You don't yell. You just let it happen. Let it flow. Let it flow. The way you make decisions in Christ consciousness, from the heart, from your feelings in your body, the energy in your body, your intuition, who communicates through your feelings, sometimes through just a really deep knowing, or sometimes through images in your mind. When you're making a decision, do you ever have this like gut response? That's your intuition. It's saying, let's do this. I'm excited. Let's go for it. And it's often not logical. And this is only happening in the present moment. To be in Christ consciousness, you are present in every moment and make decisions in the moment. You're not using your logical brain the way that we've been trained. In the Bible, it says, trust the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Living in Christ consciousness throws out all logic. Everything we've been taught. You're present in every moment. You make decisions in the moment, and your path is lit up step by step by step to the most amazing life you could ever imagine. Or you can keep choosing to live in the ego, choosing to live in loops, in cycles. When you're in the ego, have you ever noticed that it's like Groundhog Day every day? You do the same thing every day. You wake up, you hit your alarm, take a shower, get ready, go to school or work, come home, eat dinner, sit on the couch, watch TV, go to bed, do it all over again. Is that what we came here to do? Is that what you came here to do? I know I came for something different, and I'm excited to see where it takes me.